I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna mix yours?
No, I don't drink that much, friend. The only time I drink a lot is when I'm on a date with somebody that I like and might sleep with.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna think if you said if somebody you don't like, because then
because alcohol
have more fun.
makes me randy.
Oh, it makes your pussy friendly.
It's called. I call them. What do they call them in London? Fanny flutters.
Oh,
yeah. Alcohol gives me fanny flutters.
I'm unfamiliar with fanny flutters, actually.
That's the reason why. Oh, for those of you who are watching the show, you're gonna notice that the camera, Lou just got distracted. So the thing about being in a studio, guys, and I'm looking right at the camera. Studios are very, very expensive. And our good friend, Jeffery Smith, was going to call out sick today and did not realize that if he called out sick, we were going to do the show with or without him because studios are very expensive. So he said, the hell you won't. So he is currently on his deathbed, crawling into some clothes and Ubering over here.
En route.
Oh, he's en route because the idea that we were going to do the show without him bothered him so much that he decided to wrap himself up and come up. So
should we drink every time he says he's sick?
Oh God. So we have a joke, guys. A lot of men, and we don't say this to be gender warsy, it's just something that we've noticed for several decades. When women are sick and bleeding and have a leg that's about to fall off, they're expected to still go to work, put in a tampon, take some Tylenol, keep it pushing. When men, in this case specifically Jeff, are sick or tired, they announce it every 10 minutes. What time is it? I'm sick. How was your day? Because I'm sick.
So let's just see. It's funny he's not here. So
he's not here for this.
If he doesn't do it, maybe we'll just spell.
That's true.
Maybe it's not really a thing.
No, it's definitely a thing.
I know.
There's 7 episodes of me saying, Jeff, we know you're sick. Okay, so we're going to not drink Lulu. So we can't drink nothing.
Okay.
We are not allowed to drink anything until at some point Jeffrey Smith Jr. mentions being sick or tired or some other ailment that we normally would just push through and keep it pushing. This is a social experiment.
It's a social experiment.
I love that this is happening.
Yeah,
though.
don't tell anybody.
Don't tell nobody. I mean, I'm not sure Jeff watches the show. He might never know. I'm not sure he watches the show. Jeff acts like he's like, oh, look, I'm just happy to be here.
I just came to dance.
I just came to have me a good time. All right, so we're not going to drink yet because we're waiting.
We're going to wait.
We do have some bottled water and some non-alcoholic beverages for Jeffrey because of his stomach ailments. We hope he's okay.
Yes.
But this just goes to show you guys, for everybody who wants to podcast, podcasting is like working at the post office, or in Lulu's words, it's like having a regular job. People expect you to show up even if you're having a bad day, sometimes even when you're sick, right? Because we didn't have an episode this week. Because there was lots of scheduling kerfuffle happening.
Yeah, it's the holidays. So.
It's the holidays, you guys. We're sorry that we didn't have a Tuesday episode. I got a lot of DMs like, where's the thing? We're waiting for the thing. First of all, it's called a show. It's not a thing. So we're going to jump right in while we still have time. What time is it? Jeff is supposed to be here any second.
Any second.
Ooh, I want to see how long it takes us to drink. You want to do a bet? How long do you think it's going to be? 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes?
I will guess 7 minutes.
You think he's going to go 7 minutes?
How many do you say? Whoever gets closest.
I ain't got no more money left after I book the studio.
Okay. Whoever gets closest has to give a pat on the back.
You're far. Okay.
No, not right now.
Okay. So we're going to see who wins. Lulu's saying 7 minutes. I say 3.
Okay. Yeah. So, and producer, take a look-see and see. Let us know.
Let us know who's closest. But I'm going to keep my eye on him. Like,
right.
Hey, friend.
You should start the clock. Like,
watch him walk in, and the first thing he says is, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sick. Sorry. Watch that be the Okay. We're going to start the show, you guys. Yeah. This is so fun.
Here we go.
All right. I really wanted to drink something, though, so damn, I should have done it before we did this.
Like I did.
No, Lulu took it to the head. She chugged half her drink.
Not half. Pause.
Lulu, you chugged about 2 inches of that and 3 inches of that. Pause.
Well, when she said 2 inches of that I want everyone to know that was a chaser. That was a non-alcoholic.
No, it's an alcoholic chaser.
Oh.
We mixed alcohol with alcohol, friend. Dang. That's why I was like, damn, Lulu, you a G.
I thought it was regular juice.
No. This is a Greyhound.
Dang.
It's vodka, grapefruit, lime, and seltzer. So you chased rum with vodka. This is the kind of show it's about to be, guys.
No one told me.
It's a special 2-part episode of Humanized.
Here we go.
let's see if we can make it. We have a new producer working with us. Shout out to Kaden.
Shout out to Kaden. Whoop, whoop.
AKA biracial Kaden.
Yada, yada. And I try to guess Kaden's weight.
So Lulu, you can tell Lulu has brothers and that she's used to just squaring up on men because she rolled up on Kaden. This is the first time we've ever used him as a producer and said, how tall are you? He was like 5'11". Can I guess your weight?
He said 6 feet, right, Kaden?
He said 6 feet at first and your eyebrow went up and then he said 5'11" because you gave him the Negro, I'm 5'10", so tread lightly. And then so after she gave him the look, she said, can I guess your weight? And he looked at her like, nice to meet you, random bitch. Like, what's going on?
He was very gracious about it.
He was very gracious because I was scared.
Been like, bitch.
Lulu, you look like you were about to pounce on him. And she was like,
I just was like.
And then you said, can I touch you? Can I just?
Because I want to consent.
You did ask for consent.
I asked for
but
consent.
why are we asking for consent on site? We just met him. She said, because
I wanted to touch him, but I didn't want
to guess his weight.
No, I did that after because I was wildly wrong.
Yeah, you were off.
So I was like really wrong about what I said. And so I was like, oh, you hiding something under these clothes.
And then she said, can I touch you? And Kaden said, sure. Kaden, I just want you to know.
You're not getting no extra money for this.
I want you to know, Kaden, that she grew up around lots of sports, and that's why that happened.
My toxic trait is I be
trying to guess men's weight.
No, well, like I just be trying to size people up just to see like if I could.
But you literally sized them up.
I did.
I've never seen somebody literally size someone up.
But the reason why it was because I don't want to say anything offensive, but he was so thin that I was like, huh. Like I was really wondering like.
But you thought he weighed more than he did.
I did. Mm-hmm. I really did. So, look at you, Kaden. You with your broad shoulders, you're doing good.
You do have broad shoulders. We've talked about this. We don't do body shaming on the show. We do honesty.
Yes.
So please recognize that anything that we say is going to be our thoughts. We have a thing where we say that we personally, Lulu and I, we're not talking about anybody else. We're not attracted to men with sloping shoulders and hips.
Yes.
But there are lots of men with sloping shoulders and hips.
There are lots of them. And also being thin doesn't mean that you don't have broad shoulders or shoulders. And I think that's a misconception.
Jeffrey, read your text. Jeffrey's knocking as if he didn't get a text telling him how to enter the room. I think he's joined us. It is now 1:15.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep talking because he got text instructions, so I don't know why he's not walking in.
Yeah. So back to shoulders. It's very important. Like it's important to have shoulders.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if is it a genetic thing or
I don't know.
Cause Kaden got shoulders.
Walk in, Jeffrey. Lord, we've been texting you. Walk in. So what we were saying is the show's going, so everything you're saying can be heard, love.
Yeah.
I don't want to not kink shame. I was thinking about something else. I don't want to body shame men, but I will say though that a lot of times when read the text, Jeffrey, the text tell you everything you're about to ask us. Your hair looks lovely.
Choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure, love. The show is going.
It's going.
No, I don't actually. Let's change the topic because Jeffrey is joining us. We want to make sure that he can join, so you can walk through friend.
And he's walking through with Pedialyte. Where his cup for his Pedialyte?
Make sure your headphones are on immediately to make up for the time, and put the mic next to your mouth. Pause. We've been pausing a lot. Why is it thank God for drugs?
Prescribed.
Prescribed drugs. Is it because you've been sick? Put the mic to your mouth, friend.
Listen, I'm glad I'm here.
Really?
We're glad you're here.
We're glad you're here too. And so we need a glass for you. Hand him his glass for his Pedialyte.
Yes.
To this one.
Glass.
Okay, plastic.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I brought y'all real crystal last time.
Oh, okay. Not you showing up 15 minutes late and having feedback about the Cubs. This is the most black people, okay? I'm not going to use the N-word on this episode because we're in the studio. We try to be classy.
Right, Kaden. We classy.
We Kaden. That's biracial Kaden, our new producer. Right. Lulu already asked for consent to touch him, so that was interesting. You missed that part. You have to watch the episode to see what you missed.
The way that this show goes.
The way that this show goes. Make sure that we can hear you. Say hello, guys.
Hi there. Apologies about my tardiness.
Oh, we love it, Jeffrey. We love that you made it. We were talking about how we said we were going to do the show without you, and it was like, the fuck you're not. So Lulu has a theory.
Outside of one person, Lutasha submitted a name, I don't know, but it sounded real ugly. And so I was like...
Let me tell you what happened.
Lutasha know how I feel about real ugly.
So let me explain to you what happened. We said, because the thing is, we pay for the studio. So the money's been spent. So I was going, even if it was me doing hand puppets, we were going to do an episode today. So when Jeffrey said he was sick, and Lulu called and said, oh, I have some suggestions, several. She had several suggestions. She had a whole lineup of people who could come and fill for him. I was like, oh, this is cool because if he's sick and we're going to do the show anyways, he doesn't have to feel guilty. Well, apparently after I called Jeffrey and said, hey, it's cool, friend, and we could do the show without you, we have a whole list of names.
I said, excuse me? one of them I was fine with because I was like, if Frank could come in here, that would have been fine. But she said, and also I said, I don't know her. I don't know her.
He said, I don't know her. You could have another queer coming here trying to dazzle my audience.
It's 5 of us here today.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You got me, you got Lou, you got Blue, and them titties.
Oh my heavens!
They are out.
What? For those who are watching, they're not out.
The drugs are kicking in, guys. The drugs are kicking in.
We have been pushing for them for how many episodes now?
Oh my heavens! They're not even out. They're in. Ish. No, the camera is only showing half my boobs. See? It's only showing the top half.
I think it's panned too high.
You know what?
Agreed. I'm with you, Jeff.
We need to figure out this thirst trap because thanks to y'all, I'm getting harassed.
Okay.
People are hitting me up like, well, this is not a thirst trap. This is not a thirst trap. I need y'all to know that I was dared, okay? I did not say I would succeed. I said I would try. I don't know how to do a thirst trap, guys. And I think that this might just be a blind spot. Maybe it's part of my disability.
No, I think that I understand not knowing how to do a thirst trap because no one knows how to do a thirst trap better than a gay man.
That's very true.
So ask for help. Like,
Lou, you have done some thirst traps.
You've done some thirst traps.
Because of y'all help.
She said Exhibit A because the gay men have told me.
Because of y'all help. Like,
y'all got liquor right there. I'm so mad.
Oh, yeah, no, we got liquor.
We do.
Are you sad that you can't have no liquor?
I'm very sad I cannot partake.
Why can't you partake of any liquor?
I just got out the hospital. I was
4 minutes. Damn, it's in between.
I was on,
We had a dare about how long it would take for you being sick to come up. It was 4 minutes.
Well, you asked why. I was in the hospital.
It's a podcast.
I know, but I wanted it to come up organically.
Which how it's a podcast. It's kind of hard. The man is moaning. He walked in like, oh, here's my Pedialyte. The audience wants to know.
It's crazy because I feel like he looks really handsome.
You really do look good.
Oh, if I was going to show up, I was going to clean up now.
Yeah, so Jeffrey, let me get this straight. You were on your deathbed earlier. Now you look handsome. Your hair's freshly laid.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell y'all. I spoke to Lutasha twice today. Mm-hmm. So I called Lutasha to fill her in because rewind about 5 or so years ago, this happened. It's called colitis.
Colitis,
It's an infection in the, inflammation, like lower stomach region or whatever. Something I ate. Being, me, I always got to try some shit.
You eat like a fat girl.
Exactly. Something that I ate. So I got home Wednesday, and literally 5:30 p.m., I felt like somebody was repeatedly stabbing me in my stomach.
Oh.
It made no sense. So at first, I'm just first I'm like, I'm a man. It's going to pass.
That's how you respond? I'm a man. man.
But no, so I'm like, it hurts, but it's going to pass. By 9 o'clock, I was on my bathroom floor hugging my little Home Goods trash bin that's literally like this big. Hugging that trash bin, vomiting. The stabbing would not stop. So I said, okay, let me get some Pepto-Bismol. So I got some Pepto-Bismol. I get in the bed, still in pain, but I'm like, I know about it because I'm not going to the hospital. That sounds like a lot of paperwork.
It does.
And, I know, unfortunately, our community, we have, we don't go to the hospital when we should. So I was just like, it's by the morning, I will be fine. Let me just drink some water. I ain't putting nothing ginger ale because also my friend on the phone was like,
Black folks love to drink ginger ale thinking it solves all your problems.
Here's the kicker. So because obviously I can't leave the house, so I Instacart some ginger ale
it's not
to
medication,
my house.
Black people. It's not medication.
Somebody stole my ginger ale.
Wow.
I could not get up to answer the door because I'm in pain, so I couldn't answer the door. So I told the
who steals ginger ale,
Instacarter to leave it outside. He sent me the photo too that he left it outside my door. By the time I was actually able, because I kept having like these little reprieves in between, so by the time I was actually able to get up and go to the door and get it, it was nothing out there.
How long did it take you if you had to guess?
Well, I kind of fell asleep.
Okay, we're gonna pivot.
I was in pain, and so the fact that it stopped, I just fell asleep.
No, we're gonna pivot.
But no more. But honestly, I wasn't. It was probably 45 minutes. Honestly, maybe 45.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah,
but right outside, like
right literally at my door. Yeah,
your front door.
My front door. Not downstairs at the lobby
the front door of your apartment.
My apartment door. Yeah.
Oh no, you need a ring light.
Yeah,
so one of your neighbors ain't shit.
So yeah, I got mad, but I just reordered. That one showed up. I answered the door this time.
No, I would get a ring light and rue the day of whoever stole my ginger ale because when the ginger ale's at your door, that means you're sick.
Yes, but let me tell you.
You got shitty neighbors.
Finally did not sleep that night. I was literally up every 30 minutes in pain, up every 30 minutes in pain. Finally at 6 a.m., I'm on the phone with my friend Marcus, who's in Philly, so it's 9 a.m. He's like, okay, friend, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital. He's like, okay, well, just stay in pain. He's like, what do you
So long story short, because we want to make sure that this hour is not all about the emergency room. You went to the hospital. You were on your deathbed.
Yes, went to the hospital.
Lulu threatened you with replacement.
Jacked me full of morphine, let me tell you.
Ooh, the good drugs.
I need that.
I was trying to be helpful.
I need that at a Walgreens ASAP.
No, honey, because there's the addiction issues.
Damn.
You can't have
morphine was great.
Morphine is great.
So now fast forward to today. I'm still a lot of pain going on, but I called Lou because it happened like 5 years ago. And for some reason, it didn't pop up in my mind that that's what it was.
What did you eat 5 years ago?
I don't remember. Probably
but
seafood.
I was the one who took him to the hospital that time.
Lou was at the house with me, watching me like I was
so scared, because I never seen him like that.
But when she called me this morning, hair was in a bun, messy bun, ratty and everything.
I'm gonna tell you, the minute you texted me, and I was at the rap shit screening yesterday, and I was like, oh, Jeffery's texting me.
Yeah.
It's too loud.
I called you, yeah.
Yeah, you called me, but it was too loud for me to hear you. So people who pick up phone calls at parties, I always think that's weird. You can't hear anybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I can't hear him. I can't pick up. And then I texted you like, hey, I'm home. My bad.
I was asleep by the time that came.
I figured. But then this morning I was like, oh, today's the day of the show. He's about to call out sick.
And
that was my first thought. He's about to call out sick. And my thought is I paid several hundreds of dollars. The show's going to have to go on. I guess we're going to do it without Jeff.
The only thing I could think, I was like, I'm just glad that Lou saw it last time so she could be like, Blue, if he don't show up, like, he was really
No, but here's the thing, guys. I don't ever need, like, the theatrics of I'm not a liar. It's more so I'm going straight to solution space.
Yeah.
As a producer, I don't, like, no offense, I don't care. How do we fix it? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it was like, I didn't have to believe you. Even if you had lied, the show still had to go on. I was just stunned by you being here, friend.
I literally told myself, I said, no, I'm going to fulfill my commitments. Because last night, like I told you, I had a dinner. I showed up to this dinner last night. I cooked. I could not stay to finish it. I served the food and I had to leave because I was in pain. But then when Lou, after I talked to you, Blue, I was like, I'm going to make this happen. So I just started twisting my hair. And then I FaceTime Lou again.
You did your hair this afternoon?
I started it probably when I was on the phone with you.
This is to show you how vanity works. You are in the emergency room. You're getting stabbing pains in your stomach. You find out another glittery gay might be taking your place.
I don't know if he's glittery. I don't know who it was.
Just the threat of it
don't matter.
Just the threat of another man in your chair. The first thing you thought was, I need to moisturize and start twisting my hair.
He came up in here like a bad bitch.
You came out here like you about to go on a date.
Right.
Okay, so we are gonna pivot though, because that was a long. What did I tell you? Didn't I not tell you?
I feel like you probed him a little bit.
No. That's a natural conversation.
I'm let the people know what's going on.
I'm not going to not have a natural conversation for a bet.
but this is day 3 of it, so it's still painful, but I got a lot of drugs.
Can I just tell you something, friend?
So I'm doing better.
What you just described is what I go through every month.
Oh, I know. And I was like, dang, women, they go through this for how many days?
Well, not all women, because I have endometriosis. So there are some women, and this is the thing I hate a lot of times about when women speak on behalf of all women. Women who don't have periods go around talking shit about women who have bad periods, as if they're the only ovaries that exist.
Or even women who have periods and just don't have bad periods.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've gone through places in my life where I had really, really, really bad periods, and I had ones where I didn't.
Yeah.
So I think that made me feel like a little bit more, because originally I didn't have bad periods. So when I started having them, I was like, this is what I was talking about. Because I think
and bad periods is still not endometriosis, which is like a level above that. So endo is basically contraction. So the labor pains that you feel when you have children, most people have it like maybe 2 or 3 kids. I have it 12 times a year. And the 2 groups of people who show me the least amount of grace are gay men and women who have good periods.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Because that was the most painful thing I have gone through. And I'm still going. It's not as bad now. Again, day 3, they told me it lasts for about 7. I'm still going through it, and I'm on a liquid diet. I
love that the chef can't eat. But,
I cannot eat.
But I will say this, though, that like when you have any kind of pain and it makes you recognize what you might have been judging in other people, I tell people all the time, endometriosis, and this is me giving shout out to anybody who has endometriosis, it is not a character flaw. And so the thing that always pisses me off is when people say, well, you let me down. My body literally is trying to kill me right now, and you're acting like I'm a bad person because I can't stop dying to go to your event. That used to always piss me off. Like, this is not a character flaw. I am sick. So that's why I don't ever ask people who are sick to like expound or explain, because there's something kind of demeaning about it at a certain point. Because if they really are sick, it's almost like, prove it. Yeah. Prove you're sick enough not to show up, which is why I was like, oh, you're sick, so we're going to pivot.
I know. I just felt bad because I know the studios, it's time and it's money. And so
it's a lot of money.
I just felt really bad. And I was like, no, I'm going to make it. Or if I didn't make it, at least Blue would know, like, from Latasha firsthand, like, it was serious.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, I'm giving all my friends permission. If y'all are ever sick, I do not need the theater. All my life I had to fight. I'm so sick. Just be like, girl, I'm sick. I can't make it. And I'll be like, okay, well, these are the outcomes of you not making it, and we'll pivot. But I will say this, though. I love that the three of us are here because this is the last taping of the entire year.
Look at us.
Lulu is going away tomorrow. I'm going away on Tuesday. We're going to be on the East Coast. Jeffrey, you refuse to come to the East Coast because it's cold.
It's cold. I ain't doing it.
Understandable.
You don't miss us? You're not going to miss us?
Y'all live here. I will see y'all.
But it's the holidays. We're going to spend 2/3 of us at the holidays together.
You know, Sundays.
You know what, Jeffrey? That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna be gone
for Mayo 24.
Really? That's all the way in May. Okay, you know what? We do want to give Lulu a moment because in the car ride over, Lulu told me that she had a praise report.
Ooh.
Hit it. We're gonna. She wants to make this a thing where we have praise reports because I always ask you guys, do you have anything to shout out? And y'all be like, nah, just a regular day. So maybe if we call it a praise report, y'all would think of something.
It's like I pitched a praise report because I do think that we always need to take space and like say like good things that we hear. So this is a thing about saying good things about Black men.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I intentionally.
Well, we supposed to help.
Oh, okay. We did. I intentionally didn't ask what the praise report was about. So we're both walking in blind. Hit it.
Yeah. So I went to Lions Bar. I am a Lions fan because I'm from Detroit, obviously.
Big D.
And so my brother was able to find a Lions Bar. If you are an NFL fan and you don't live in a city that, you know, your team plays, it's nice to find a bar that plays your game. And especially like for example, for us on the on the West Coast, they're not going to play too many Detroit games unless they play the Chargers or the Rams. So it's nice, like, to go to a bar with a bunch of like-minded people who are actually rooting for your team. You don't have to like go
like
in there
cheers.
And, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I go with my brother and like two of my girlfriends. We were there, and there was another like tall, like good-looking guy, a Black man, and I felt like he was giving my friend some energy.
Ooh.
So he was getting ready to leave, and so like he was engaging with us because there's only like it was him and my brother and two friends. We're the only Black people there. So obviously we're going to be like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 yada, yada, chop it up, whoop de whoop. And when he was leaving, he didn't ask my friend for her number. And I was like, what? I was so disappointed. And so I asked her, I was like, can I go talk to him, tell him to give you, like, see what's going on? And she was like, because I was like, why don't you, I don't want to say her name. I keep stopping myself from saying her name because she was like, bitch. But so I was like, you're not going to, and so I understand, like, she doesn't want to approach him per se to ask him for anything. So I was like, well, can I go? And she was like, yeah. So I march.
Wait, not the marching hands. I march. You guys have to watch this episode because Lulu's doing hand motions. Uh-huh.
So I march out there, and it's so funny because he's like, there's a white girl like talking to him. Maybe I shouldn't say that on the pod.
Girl, don't self-edit, just talk.
Okay, okay. And so he was like, I was like, oh, maybe like white girl. He was like, oh, no. He like basically pushed the white girl. He was like, I don't even know her. Yes. Do you have a question for me, Black woman?
Wow.
Do you have, what? And so I was like, so why didn't you talk to my friend? You was in her face for the past 3 hours. Why didn't you ask her for her number or something? And he was like, I wanted to. He was like, but I felt like, it wasn't, we were all just hanging out and having fun. And I didn't want to like make her feel like out of place or feel weird or anything. And so I was thinking that sometimes maybe sometimes. And sometimes. It's not all the times, but I think that sometimes men internalize how women be like, oh, men are so thirsty, they're on my neck, da da da.
Go out and have a good time.
Yeah, and so I can't just go have a good time and make conversation with a man, and he thinks I'm trying to, anything. He thinks that I was interested in him. I was just having fun and I was just chatting, and so that's basically what he said. And he was like, give me. I was like, well. He was like, give me her number now. Like, not even here, she can take mine. Give me hers. So not only did he ask to take her number, he texted her that day.
Oh, wow.
He asked her to go on a date. That was a Sunday. So that's when football happens. He asked her to go on a date on Monday.
Wow.
And she wasn't available, so they went out on Tuesday. and they had a good time. So I like wanted to give a praise report about there are black men not only in LA, but he not only like I approached him like and so that was the thing I was a little leery about, because I was like, maybe he was just like, all right, cool, like sure, if I have her number, yeah, I'll just put it in there. I'm never gonna follow through. But he literally texted her that day, and then he made an intention and he followed through, and I was just so happy that happened.
I love that praise report. I do want to pull out something very important in that praise report.
Sure.
You did something small and reasonable. All you did was said, nah, she likes you too. And he said, I am a grown man, I'll do the rest.
Oh, you know, I love that perspective.
Yeah, that's very different than the niggas who are watching this who are going to pretend they're him. She tried to help y'all out, but I'm calling y'all out. Okay? Because you motherfuckers move different. Okay? I'll show up with my titties out, say I like your face. Okay? Be all up underneath you. DM you back, heart eye emojis left and right. Nah, I feel like she didn't give me enough of 100% that she. Yeah, no. So she's not talking about y'all.
I am gagging.
She's talking about a grown ass man who just needed a little bit of a nudge. Right. Because the fuckboys like to hide behind men like him.
Right. But also, I'm glad that he like wasn't just in the bar like hounding her all
exactly.
The phone and
he's a good man
like,
who's not lazy. He's not a bad bitch who wants to be chased like a girl. He's a man who said, all I need is a green light. Just give me the green light like John Legend.
Yeah.
That is sexy.
And also, I understand like his perspective when he said that.
Absolutely. He was being reasonable.
Because he was like, we're all just hanging out. Like I felt like he was like, everyone's guard is down. Like, you know, I have one of my exes used to say, like, he was like, when I hang out with you and your gay boys, he was like, the girls there, all their guards are down.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's unfortunate that you don't, feel comfortable. And so I feel like that was a similar experience, because I had two girls with me and they're both pretty, they're both gorgeous girls, and so I think that their guards were down, and so we're all just having fun and hanging out. So he was like, I don't want to ruin it by being like, yeah, so what's up? And she was like, dang. I'm like,
there's so many beautiful things in that story. The first thing is a man who likes you just needs a little bit of a green light. He doesn't need you to throw yourself at him.
Yep.
So please stop posting those memes, ladies. I cannot stand it when you could tell somebody like somebody and he's not catching the pressure. So now all her memes are like, I just wish niggas would say hi to me when I say hi back. I just wish, that if I wear a yellow skirt, that means I like you. Girl.
I can't stand a subtweet.
I can't stand a sub post, a sub tweet, a sub meme. In fact, I post so many memes just because I think they're fun. I hope you guys don't think I'm sub posting anybody. I'm not. I'm too direct. So yay for him being a grown man, but also yay for you being a tribe of non-haters. Let's unpack that, because there are some girls and gays who will see a pretty girl in the group getting eyes from somebody and cock block.
Yeah.
Girl, he too fine. He probably not even, he probably got mad bitches, Instead, you were like, no, girl, you better get your man. Hold on. I'm going to go get him for you.
Because I was like, I see like a vibe.
You're also not a hater. So what I heard is a grown man and a non-hater walked into a bar. And that's why her homegirl went on a date this week.
Yeah,
many of you did not show up in that story.
Did she report back about the date?
She did, and she said it went well.
Because he was a grown man.
Yeah, like they had a good time. So I would have. I want to report back. She'd probably go, if she sees it, she's gonna be like, "Girl." But I was like, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And like the way that it happened, because like so many women are like, oh, I'm not approaching. I can't if he don't. But I literally understood what he said. Like when I approached him,
and she still didn't approach. She had a woman.
Because he was like, I feel like we were all just hanging out. He was like, I don't want to make it weird by being like, yo, I would love to see you again, but like, because I think again the internet like makes you feel like, oh, all these niggas is on me. I can't be nice to nobody. They gonna be on my.
But also too, I'm sorry, but people who walk around like that, they're also assholes too. Like walking around thinking that every human being who's kind to you wants to fuck, and even if they do want to fuck, you can't have a 3-second exchange without making it about that. There's something a little conceited about that.
Well, I don't think that was his testimony.
No, not his. I'm talking about the girls who walk around like that. Everybody wants this. Like, that's off-putting as well.
Sure.
I think everybody's a little full of shit on some real shit.
Agreed.
Jeffrey, do you ever find yourself wanting to be a wingman? I might need one.
Oh yeah, I've been a wingman before.
How do you? I like how Lulu does it. I'm auditioning both of y'all. I'm gonna need some help. I have a non-praise report.
This is her audition.
Right. I'm auditioning like which one of y'all's gonna be my wingman? How do you do it?
Like how Lou, she was there for the interaction. She could see like something is happening here. So for the wing person, we kind of got to observe like is it really a spark or maybe one person.
So I'm at a bar, titties out, face shining,
baby,
and you see him.
Everybody away.
Well, don't do that.
As they walk in the door. Hey y'all, table them 5. Table them 5.
Then they're gonna think I'm a whore.
You'll be speed dating. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay,
I'm sending them all through there.
Lulu, you've been hired because Jeffrey has me for the streets. Jeffrey, wait a minute.
What's your height? Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Wow. Okay, so Lulu would watch all night and make sure that there wasn't a missed moment. Jeffrey would have me out here for the streets with a sign.
We ain't got time to waste all night. How long we sitting at
Jesus,
this
you're so
bar? A whole football game, that's at least 3 hours.
Oh my heavens.
Look.
Football games are 3 hours.
They're very long. Okay, so here's my non-praise report. Oh no, maybe I could turn it into a praise report.
Yes.
I'll find.
Do that.
I'm gonna find a way to make this positive. So for those of you who've been keeping up, Lutasha and Jeffrey, because they're not haters, encouraged me to talk to Shiny Bay because I should not judge a book by its fine ass cover. And things were going better. The conversation was still a little trash. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Okay.
But maybe he watched it because you could tell he was trying. He was posting funnier things. Like you could tell he was just trying to be funnier.
That's nice.
And more. I appreciate effort. Yeah. I really do appreciate effort. The moment where I knew this was not going to work and it was about to be over before the next episode, because it is over. The moment I knew it was going to be over was he came to LA and I didn't find out till day 3. For those of you who do not know what it's like to have grown sexual relations, when a man comes to your city and you the third date call, that means you're the third date bitch. Oof. And last night when we were at the rap shit party, I mentioned it to some because all of my guy friends were there. I said, hey guys, if you come into somebody's town and y'all been talking for weeks and you don't tell her till the third day that you're even in town, what that mean? He's like, you not the bitch that I called the day before I left or the day I was there.
Yeah.
Or when I bought my ticket.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm the third day girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no more Shiny Bay. And the praise report, and that is the old me would have complicated that. And the new me's like, this is a simple answer.
Very simple.
Very simple.
See, that's progress. Because I really be like, oh, he could have been busy.
That is a praise report.
He had work. He was. I was like, no, you did not care enough to even let me know you were coming into town. Yep. And when you got into town, you didn't care enough until 72 hours into it.
Because what you would say is like, I have a ton of work, and then I'll talk to you in like a day and a half because it wouldn't be 2.
Right.
It wouldn't be 2. So it would be like, I'll talk to you in a day and a half because I got a ton of shit I got to do, and then after that.
See, that was. I feel so sad. Not sad because of what happened with him. I didn't like him enough to be sad. Yep. But because of the energy I invested. There were times where I chose him instead of a nap. I was thinking about all those naps. Wow. The naps were more fun than the conversation. Yeah. So Jeffrey, what's happening in your love life? Because me and Lulu have just shared.
Yes, tell us everything.
Love life, absolutely nothing.
Sorry, dating life. We know that you don't do love.
Dating life, absolutely nothing. I am not dating, not purposely not dating. I just, in December, there is no one.
All the people who are sniffing around, you set them out to pasture?
Jeff is good for that.
You always have people sniffing around, so let's tell the truth on the spot.
He always
friend.
has somebody.
Like, right now, there is no significant anybody.
We didn't say significant, we said sniffing.
Can't help you.
Oh, wow. Is there anybody who's going to watch this episode and feel a way hearing you say that?
If they are, I am completely unaware of it.
Oh, shit. Okay, if that's how he's answering, I already know this is messy. Let's pivot to hot topics.
I'm so happy Jeffy is not heterosexual because he would have 9 kids.
9?
Then I'd really be late.
You think 15 minutes was bad? I'll reach out tomorrow.
Y'all sit down and shut up.
Shut up, Jehovah. Daddy's trying to work. All right. So speaking of relationships, we're back in the studio. We did the praise report. I want to talk to you guys about something that was interesting to me. I sent you guys the video. Did you have a chance to watch it?
The Breakfast Club? Mm-hmm. I started it. You told us it wasn't long, and Blue, that video was long.
No, the premise was the first 60 seconds. If you just watch the first
I watched Once it was going past like a minute and a half, I was like, Blue lied to me.
I didn't watch past a minute and a half either.
She lied to me.
No.
Okay, I did definitely watch the first.
I know how you work. I knew exactly when you were going to stop watching, so it's not long. You lasted 30 seconds longer than I thought you would. So in the Sexy Red video that we're talking about, Sexy Red is on the Breakfast Club with DJ Envy and Charlamagne. Shout out to them. And Just Hilarious is one of the guest hosts. And Sexy Red said, Just Hilarious, you talk a lot of shit about me, so I don't really want to talk to you during this interview. And Jess looked stunned and said, but I don't agree with everybody. I crack jokes on everybody. And she was like, no, you've been saying funny stuff and making little smart remarks, I don't want to talk to you. And the whole interview, you could tell that because she didn't pop an attitude, because she wasn't acting super ghetto, whatever you call that. She's just like, no, I don't like the way you talk about me, so let's not be fake and have you smile in my face now that I'm in your face. I know you don't fuck with me. That's fine. She's like, everybody loves me but you. How about that? And she said it in a very kind of direct, but it wasn't combative. I noticed that it wasn't combative. It was just direct. And Jess was joking. She even joked a little bit. That moment was interesting because I think had Sexy Red been combative and been on some like type stuff, it would have been a nasty moment with her. But I think her simply stating, you hurt my feelings and you've repeatedly said funny stuff about me and I don't enjoy the way that you talk about me when I'm not in the room. So let's not pretend that I like you right now, because I don't. How do we feel about her having that courageous conversation in the way that she did? Because I'm used to seeing people pop off and be like, like, you know, Birdman, when he was in there, like, yeah, I wish you would crack another joke, mother sucker. Or I'm used to people pretending like they don't care and making a joke of it. She very much, you could tell, was like being sincere that, like, you really hurt my feelings, but she also wasn't being super nasty. Do you think that it was bad taste of her to be that honest? Or do you think that it was something that was admirable? I'm curious.
I had two thoughts. One, I was like, obviously she's pregnant, so she knows woosah. Let's keep this together. So, I mean, it was
That is
good.
not true for pregnancy.
A lot of pregnant women will eat your face.
Right. And scratch your eyes out.
I'm glad that she did, because I think people expect her to pop off. But I don't know, I miss the days of, where's your publicist? You know what? Actually, I'm not going to do the interview if this person is here. Like, why even do that exchange, you know, give that any momentum?
But what's wrong with confronting the person now that you have the moment?
I was really going to say, like, I like that she chin checked her. And I think that a lot of times people say things online or they say things even on the air, like, you know, back in the Wendy Williams
we miss you, Wendy.
And they keep replaying her, you know, Mariah and Whitney, like, banters back and forth. That was a real argument, like, that was aired on radio. And I think a lot of times people think they can say stuff and then it's like, I hate that Jess was acting so oblivious.
She was acting more. That's the thing. Jess with an S. Sorry, Jeff. I was looking into your eyes. Jess tends to act like she don't care. I'm from Baltimore, blah, blah, blah. But I really think that Sexy Red being reasonable disarmed her.
Yeah. Yeah, and
that
she was just
was
like
very distracting.
Jeffrey is so shallow.
I couldn't stop looking at that hat. I was like,
explain the hat to the audience.
This big fur hat that Jess had on her head. It was just like, what's going on here?
Jeff was offended by that hat.
And all I have. She was giving like J-Lo and LL Cool J in that video. That's exactly what she was giving. So Lulu, you said that it's cool that she chin checked her because it harkens back to the day of Wendy Williams.
Well, no, I was going to say it doesn't hark back to that, because I feel like Wendy Williams was one of the few people who used to really come at people's neck on the radio. Would. But I'm saying that I think a lot of times people are not used to having to deal with their reactions in real time, face to face.
Yeah.
And I think that happens a lot because people think they can say things online or type things online, and nobody's going to walk up to them and punch them and slap them in the face like Will Smith did. Like you're
damn, we brought it to the Oscars.
No, but I'm saying like sometimes like your words have repercussions.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, I'm sure you can say what you want, whatever, but it's all good until somebody slap you in the face. So like,
I think Mike Tyson had that quote: everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face.
Until you're fucking punched. And so like that, I feel like that's a thing. And obviously she didn't even punch her. She was just like, I'm not fooling with you. And like, I think it's great that she was like, I'll come on here, whatever, and I'll be direct and tell you that. Mm-hmm. I don't like what you said. And like, for you to play dumb, I feel like it's even more disrespectful. And that wasn't
it's called gaslighting when you play dumb.
And that wasn't her, but she was like, come on, Jess. Like when she was like, what did I say? I don't agree with everybody. She was like, no, you sneak this in.
Not only do you sneak this on this show.
Yeah.
She's like, you did it on this exact show where we're sitting right now.
Where we are. And so she's probably like, my people told me to come, because she was like, I fuck with Charlamagne and DJ Envy, but she was like, and I looked back and checked. That was another thing, because I heard her say that. And I was like, Jess, you be talking crazy, and it's cool. That's what
stand on it 10 toes down.
Yeah. Like you should stand on it and be like, well, you was doing something.
I think that's the difference
like,
between Jess and Wendy Williams.
Yeah,
Wendy gonna stand on it.
Because I was like, it would be different if she was like, it would be different if she was like, well, you was doing X, Y, Z, and that shit is kind of crazy. I feel like that would have been a different conversation than like, what are you talking
What
about?
do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
I have a question, because
That's
I'm actually a mix of the
crazy.
two of you. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this is unnecessarily tense. But then when I was like, wait, pause. She's being reasonable. She's not yelling and creating an unnecessary ruckus. She's actually being a courageous conversation. Like, she's having a very courageous conversation right now, which is what I teach on. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I was like, I tell people all the time, keep it a buck and be reasonable. And how people respond to it, they're allowed to have their reaction. So even if Jess got mad or upset, she's allowed to have her reaction, but you can still tell your truth without showing your ass. And so I just think it was a rare moment where I thought Sexy Red, despite my initial like, oh, what is this? I was like, oh my God, she's actually in the right. Because Jeffrey, imagine you were doing the podcast and every single week somebody in the comments with the same name, with a blue check next to it, y'all need to get rid of fucking Jeffrey. He's the suckiest person on the show. Why is he even on the show? Like, that nigga sucks. No, but pause. But then imagine that person comes into the show and we are doing an interview with them. They're like, hi, Jeff. You're not going to be like, wow, you like me now? Because you've been talking a lot of smack for the past 17 episodes of the show. I think there is a space, to Lulu's point, where it's like, keep that same energy face to face. Why not keep it a buck?
Well, I think that even with Jess specifically, I actually do not know. I have no point of reference at all. But I think that Jess probably wasn't even going as specific as say, oh, I don't like her, da da da. She was probably like, Cardi, Sexy Red is doing da da da. And we'll do, because she's just with the mess. She does all these things. She was making
fun of her, talking about the most romantic.
Fun of her.
Yeah.
And so that's why she said, you're sneak dissing.
Yeah, she is.
And so she never specifically said, I don't like Cardi Red, bitch is whack, whoop de whoop. She never did any of that. But she was just like, well, Sexy Red is now pregnant. And blah, blah, blah,
She also
blah, blah.
said Sexy Red said the most romantic thing a man ever did for her was give her some goods that he had stolen.
Exactly.
And when that got mentioned, she was like, yeah, it was romantic because he risked his life for me. And her face was serious. And I was like, oh.
And so,
Jeffrey's face.
But that's what I'm talking about. And that's what Sexy Red was talking about. Like, bitch, I listened to what you said to me. Mm-hmm. So, like, don't come in here and act stupid. And, like, it would have been better, I feel like, if Jess was like, yeah,
I think that shit is dumb.
This shit is wild. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? This nigga stole some shit. And then they could have had a dialogue and she would have been like, yeah, well, this and this and this. And she'd be like, well, dang, I didn't know that.
I think I've just discovered something about Jess that interview revealed to me, and we have a lot of mutual friends, so child, it is what it is. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down even if I run into her again. When people come at her angry, she's a big bad wolf because she can bully an angry person. Mm-hmm. When people are reasonable, she cannot stand in the integrity of her words when people are being reasonable with her. That is a character flaw.
Yikes.
If people have to show their ass for you to keep it a buck, but the minute they're being reasonable because you don't know how to be courageous without a chaos attached to it, that is a flaw. And so that's what I saw was, oh, you're only 10 toes down when it's a ruckus. Mm-hmm. But if someone is being reasonable and trying to have an intimate moment of saying, you hurt my feelings.
Well, she didn't technically say that.
No. I'm synthesizing it, right? Because let's be clear. When someone who is pregnant is saying, you be sneak dissing, and I didn't know you were going to be here, and everybody likes me but you, and let's not be fake about it, that is hurt. That's a hurt feeling. Okay. No matter how we dress it up, the core is you hurt my feelings. You're
absolutely right. I guess the point that I'm making is like that is not what they're probably thinking because they're not like pulling it apart the way that you are. Mm-hmm. So,
but on a visceral level, had she screamed,
for sure. No, everything
10 toes down. Yeah,
everything that you're saying is completely 1,000% true.
But But to your point, I don't think Jess has the
bandwidth
to hear me say that and not want to play stupid again. Mm-hmm. So this is a quick pro tip. This is the last 2 episodes of the year. If you only know how to keep it real when people are angry and you have to be defensive, but suddenly you can't tell the truth when people are being reasonable, that is a fear of intimacy. Ooh. That is a fear of intimacy because chaos should not be a prerequisite for courage.
Yeah, see, and I don't like to argue. Let's sit and talk about this. I'm not gonna get loud. I'm not gonna raise my voice. Yeah.
And that means because you love intimacy, you just be trying to do some whole shit because you're working through some stuff. See, Exhibit B.
Wait a minute, how did it go from Jess to being about
the show's called Humanized, nigga. You said you
Jeff
was
the mess.
Jeff with the mess.
Jeff with the
That's
mess.
your new segment, Mr. I want us to have. Okay, we're gonna have a Jeff with the mess segment.
No,
show up.
He needs his own shit. Like we're not gonna.
No. We can call it something else, but I need it to be in the spirit of you giving a fuck about something. Because if you come on the show one more time, like, well, I don't really care about so and so. What do you care about, friend?
I would love that.
I want to hear that.
Love that.
We want to hear what you care about,
y'all.
No.
No, he don't.
You see how he tries to be slick?
No.
I care about y'all.
He's lying because I tried to get red beans and rice and he left out of town.
And I asked you to Uber it to me. We looked you in your face on camera and said Uber it to us.
He was going to give it to me.
Pronouns matter. We were on camera. We both asked for it.
And what did he give us? Nothing.
Air.
He left out of town again.
That's fine.
I was like,
Jeff, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I have I'll have y'all know, 2 red beans and rice at home in the freezer.
Oh, your house.
With both of y'all's names on it.
Oh, at your house?
Yes.
But she's leaving tomorrow and I'm leaving in 3 days.
I was fully prepared.
They're in the freezer, so it'll be New Year's beans.
What? Okay, you know what? I don't
You
want
said you was going to come by today.
Can you still like Postmates it to me? I'll pay the $12.
Postmates still around? Okay.
Not Postmates, so what you call it? Uber it. All right, well, guys, let's move on because I feel like the little bit of drink I had. First of all, I gave Lutasha 2 alcohols. She used one as a chaser.
It was
Wait, what do you mean 2 alcohols?
I gave her a Greyhound.
Oh.
I gave her
regular
Bacardi,
self-
thinking that she was going to choose one. She used the Greyhound as a chaser for the Bacardi. Child, yeah.
I didn't know.
That's fine.
Know.
I'm not judging it. I had a sip and I don't know how you did it because
I'm just sad I can't partake.
I mean, the doctor won't know.
I'll be back in the hospital, so I think they will
Just
know.
one little drop, just a little great. Okay, let's not have him die on the camera. That's bad for ratings. All right, the next thing I want to talk about real quick is Cardi and Offset. Yeah, so we're not gonna dance on the graves of their relationship. We're instead going to say, number one, are you surprised?
I hate this. I hate this so much.
I was rooting for them. I'm gonna be honest. I was rooting for them.
I was also.
Yeah.
I hate it so much because I feel like.
Look at Jeff's face.
Like, were we?
Oh God, Jeff doesn't believe in love. What else is new? Hit it.
Because they broke up before because he cheated.
We know, Jeffrey.
So did we think that he was going to
We were rooting for them. It's called hope.
Hope that we just wouldn't find out.
Oh shit! All right, let Lulu talk, Mr. Look at Panub. Hit it, Lulu. I can't wait for the Valentine's Day episode.
But clearly, my thoughts were right because here we are.
No. See, this is how invalidating happens. We didn't ask you if you were right, sir. We told you that we were being soft and pink and rooting for love. Accuracy is not the only thing that matters.
Okay.
Oh my God, Jeff, we're gonna do you last, Jeffrey. Lulu, how did you feel when you found this couple that we were rooting for broke up?
I was really sad. I really enjoy Cardi so much because, and I've been following her for so long, like even before she was on Love and Hip Hop, and I enjoy like her, the genuineness of her, and people say that about her all the time, and that's a huge part of her appeal.
Yeah.
And she hasn't lost it a ton. Like obviously a little bit, like she has to pull back a little bit because she's so famous as she's progressed.
She's supposed to, yeah.
And she's supposed to. And she absolutely supposed to. So I still feel like very close to her. Cardi always like strikes me as like when you go to college and you play on a sports team and you have people all over the country from all these different walks of life and everything, and you guys all are together on this common goal, and these are not the people that you choose as your friends, even though I would pick Cardi as my friend. But I feel like she would be like the girl from New York who's like at my school, and she's never been, anywhere, and she's just like your friend. Like the way that she's always presented herself, I've always enjoyed that. So when her and Offset were having problems before, like I get it, and I'm like, they have kids, and then that makes me think about Black women who just not even, it's really not exclusive to Black women. Any woman who has tried to make something work with a man who has cheated on her in any capacity, I never question, like, if you are married and have children and you're trying to work some shit out with
Save your
husband.
family, yeah.
Like, I get that 100%. So, like, I don't fault her. I'm just sad that I feel like she really tried.
She did.
And it didn't work. That makes me sad.
You know what hurts me about trying is that it takes so much bravery. We were talking about courageous conversations earlier with the Sexy Red and Just Hilarious thing. It takes so much bravery to be in the public eye and take a chance on love, hoping that the person you're taking the chance on won't embarrass you.
Yep.
Hoping that the love will supersede the ego.
100%.
And when you take that risk, it takes so much bravery. It's kind of jarring when you know that it could be amazing for 2-3 years.
Yep.
The minute you break up, the first thing everybody's gonna say, well, girl, you should have known.
Yeah.
There's something like, it's like all that courage, it's working. The minute it's less than perfect, you're being called an idiot in a roundabout kind of way. And that's hurtful because all risk involves that.
It's extremely hurtful. And unfortunately, I feel like with Cardi and Offset and all public relationships, people are making judgments on her decisions and their relationship based on having probably 1/10, probably less than that, 1/5 of the 100% of what there's going on in their relationships and how she's making decisions.
Yeah.
So even before, when they were like, well, he cheated before and you went back, you don't know what the circumstances were like around any of his decision, her decision, whatever. So that's why I never make judgments about celebrities who go back to their spouses after, alleged or actual or whatever cheating incidents, because you don't know. You do not know what's going on in these people's homes.
You know what we do know, though? The people who barely have $300 in their savings account still say they can't leave. That's what I know. So, let's talk about what I know.
So there's that.
All you people without a pot to piss in. But I love him. But you want to know why billionaires might have an incentive to stay. I'm so sick of, you know what? Let me stop. It's the alcohol. I think I'm so sick of people. Why is everybody pretending to be confused? There's somebody right now with $17 in their bank account who's like, I told Cardi B's a dumb bitch. Well, she can pay her light bill this week. Right? Like, and I'm not saying that to poverty shame. I'm saying that we excuse things at the smallest level, but then act confused when they're happening still at the highest level.
Yeah.
Money just makes you more of what you already are.
It really exemplifies you. Like
it's like vodka. It just makes everything more intense.
Yep.
There's vodka in this drink, isn't there?
Oh, it is.
It's vodka in that one.
Yeah, this is why I feel like I don't really drink vodka like that.
I don't know
Vodka makes me, so here's the thing we were talking about earlier. I think you might have missed it. The reason why I don't drink a lot in public anymore is because alcohol makes me randy.
Makes her
Randy?
pussy friendly.
Randy is a nice word for
Her pussy's friendly.
Oh, that's what it do to everybody, though.
no.
Some people like to fight.
Jeffrey, yes, Jeffrey.
people like
Well,
fight.
it makes me want to battle
It either
rap.
makes you want to fight or
You
fuck.
didn't know Lulu will fight. I feel like Lulu will head bump.
Right.
No,
When I say
fight.
fight, I don't necessarily mean physically
No.
fight. But like the
You're
battle
head
rap
bumping.
is
Thinking it's
fighting.
part of battle rapping.
Yeah.
I don't want to head bump.
Because you're about battle rapping, you're not physically fighting, but you're going against someone.
I'll battle rap, but I was literally telling Ron because I want to headbutt him sometimes.
See?
And my dad was telling me that you have to literally headbutt people in a specific place to like properly do it and not knock your own self out.
Can we pause for a second just to get the show on track? And this is how I know that giving Lulu vodka and run at the same time was a bad idea. We just said, we feel like you might headbutt somebody if you drink too much. And she said, no, I wouldn't. But let me explain to you why I constantly want to headbutt my beloved. Lulu, this is like Charlie Murphy. You remember grabbing my feet on his couch.
I've never headbutt him.
But the desire's in you. We can see it.
I want to do it, but
We can tell.
I know I can't. I know I can't safely.
You want to fight? I want to fuck. That's why I can't drink in front of everybody.
I can't safely headbutt anybody.
I've had so many relationships that I think started because we had a lot of drunken nights together that were just so much fun. I will say this: it doesn't take much to get me tipsy. Yeah, I'm a cheap date. Jeffrey, wait a minute, Jeffrey.
I'm
setting up this speed dating thing for you. So I just know.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
Give me one margarita.
Give me two margaritas. No. By the third margarita, I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
No, I have to be careful. So I've done this thing where I only drink around people a lot who I have no risk of ever sleeping with, or who I have 100% chance of sleeping with. It's everybody in between that I don't drink around.
You don't like to just find out and see what happens?
Oh, here we go. Jeffrey.
See, and like now I'm offended because we've been totally drunk, so I was
If I've gotten drunk with you, right. If I've gotten drunk with you, I either would never sleep with you, or I totally would.
Yeah, what's wrong?
what's wrong with us?
Yeah, you guys are safe.
We want to have sex.
Right. You want to have sex.
Yeah, we want to do it. But
So my question is, do you guys have any like safeguards around alcohol because of that? Because it really does give me the fanny flutters.
No, I just personally, I still drink, but I don't drink a lot. I'm more, we're in California, so I'm more of a 420 guy.
Yeah, but you have a high tolerance. Friend.
And also because I drink slow. Like I would literally have a red cup and be drinking the same thing all night while the ice melts.
Lulu, I'm gonna skip this question. You don't drink slow. I saw how you started.
I do not, but it doesn't make my fanny flutter. So
Really?
it doesn't. Yeah.
It makes her head butt. We just already went through
No,
this.
I was gonna say
Alcohol?
battle rap.
Lulu, battle rap is
Battle rap
coded
is
language.
fight.
I have not headbutted anybody.
The
ever.
word battle.
Yeah, Lulu.
alone.
The word battle is in it, and I need you to recognize that we are your friends and we love you.
No, it doesn't make me. I feel like there's this narrative going around
What's the narrative?
that I want to physically accost.
The last episode, you body slammed a man, and this one, you
That
I was
wasn't
gonna
the
ask.
last.
Sorry, 2
episode.
episodes ago, you talked about body slamming a
sober when the
boyfriend.
body slam
One
happened?
time.
Were you sober?
Were you sober?
No.
Oh,
Okay. So if you have gotten tipsy and
But
body
how
slammed
many-
your boyfriend,
Jeff, you know me for several years. How many dudes have I body slammed?
Lulu, that's not how this works. Wait a minute. That is, if that's the bar.
I body slam a lot of them.
Okay, you tried to body slam our producer.
I did not.
Jeffrey, earlier before you came in, when I asked, I was like,
I could body slam him. This would not even, nope. Kaden.
Lulu, okay, look at me. Lulu, look at me. We're not going to threaten the producer.
I didn't threaten him. I said in my heart.
You literally said that you like to, size up people.
I do.
That is an act of...
And that's say it.
Yeah, it's a preemptive act of violence. Lulu, I need you to understand that you've been telling on yourself this entire episode.
She a kitten with a switchblade.
Right. That's a cancer. Cancers are kitty cats with switchblades. Meow.
They lure you in. Oh, cute and cuddly.
Shake, 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 shake.
Stab, 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 stab.
Okay, the show has gone off the rails officially. Jeffrey, let me tell you, the way that she slowly walked towards the producer, she was like, what's your name? How tall are you? Can I guess your weight? And she's like walking slowly towards it.
I've taught Latasha this. You have, when you walk into a room, assert your dominance.
I was like, and mind you, I'm in the corner watching this, and I'm looking, Kaden, we love you so much. I'm looking at him like, let me know if you are in danger. No.
He said blink twice. Kaden, it wasn't like that.
Lulu, that's not, you cannot talk to the witness during the trial. This is how Nino Brown works. Right. No, tell him I didn't mean to hit you. Tell him I didn't mean to do nothing. No. Okay, so you guys, we have some questions and answers because we did a Q&A in the my stories that we were supposed to do 2 weeks ago. Didn't do it. I'm happy we're doing it now in person. I'm going to be asking you guys some of these for like the next 15 minutes before we pivot and do part 2. Yes, guys, we're doing this as a 2-part episode. We're not doing the entire time. This studio is expensive, guys, okay? So we're doing it as a 2-parter as Jeffrey continues to drink his Pedialyte. Oh, we're just going to pretend that that's vodka or something.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to do a Q&A based on the questions that people have been asking me for us through my Instagram.
I'm scared.
The first question was, I already answered it. How are things with Shiny Bay and the rest of your roster? The roster is a lie that Jeffrey Smith Jr. Created in the last episode. There is no roster. And look at Jeffrey's face. Fix your face. Talking to 2 men at the same time is not a roster. That
starting lineup.
Well, no. Well, now there's
what is it? 3 or more is a roster?
There we go. 2 is not a roster. 2 is a bitch is confused. Okay, so there's no roster and Shiny Bay is gone. Next question. Oh, this was for me, but I'm gonna ask it for all of us. Are you still part of the kink community? I am not a part of the kink community. I
think everybody's a part of the kink community.
I'm not anymore.
What you think is quote unquote normal could be
no. I'm clear about how kink works. I'm living that vanilla life right now.
Oh.
Well, what's the criteria
for things that are considered in the margins? So here's the thing. I did it backwards where I started off with kink when I started having sex. Like I went straight to like, I've been a virgin for 20 years. I want to fuck everything. Like I went straight there. So I started off with kinky. And as I get older, I've been like, bitch, you are not that kinky. you were just nosy. So one position that I realized that I like now, this is going to be oversharing. I like missionary more than I thought. I used to never like missionary. Okay. But when you're sleeping with somebody that you like.
So there's that.
You want to look at their face. This is how late I am to the party. Yeah, look at Jeffery.
Oh, so you used to hate it. We're not doing it at all. Or
I thought it was boring.
Oh, okay.
Like I wanted to do some weird shit. I wanted to have my leg up in the air, do all types of weird shit.
So you weren't having orgasms though, then, huh?
No. Yeah. Oh, well, by myself I was.
Yeah, but not with the dick.
Well, the ones that come off with the lesbians I was. Straight men were the last ones to finally give me an orgasm. It takes y'all. Damn, y'all looked oppressed. Are y'all okay?
No, it's sad.
It's sad. I hear it all the time. It's very sad.
Yeah, as a pansexual person who slept with every iteration, I think I've slept with every iteration of including asexuals, because asexuals can sometimes still once in a while have a whatever. I did an asexual person. And so I will say that the group that had the hardest time giving me an orgasm was straight men.
How often did you and the asexual person have sex?
We didn't have sex one good time. I was like, I can't do this. I'm floating against the wave.
Right.
Like everything makes you freak out. I can't do this. Yeah, it wasn't great. Lovely person though, lovely human.
Sweet girl.
I mean, I don't even know what the pronouns are anymore, child. Everybody be switching things up. I don't want to get in trouble. So you guys neither one of you has ever been a part of the kink community? Well, Jeffrey already said that he's always a part of the kink community.
I feel like I'm always a part, but my kinks may not be as kinky for others.
Yeah.
But, you know.
My new kink is intimacy. No, seriously, my kink these days.
Don't look me in the eye.
No, like there's a praise kink. I didn't realize I had a praise kink. That's a new one.
Are you listening to Kirk Franklin while you fuck?
No, not praise from church.
Oh,
You're going to hell, friend.
I thought you were.
No, a praise
I was
kink.
about to say help.
No, a praise kink means that somebody who's affirming during sex.
Oh,
Because when I was in the, see, you need to work through some stuff, friends.
Well, give me an example.
When I was younger, when I watched too much porn, because you know me, we've all talked about this. All of us had sex starting at 18 and after. So as later bloomers who didn't have sex in high school, and I was watching lots of porn, dirty talk was big. I used to do porn. I used to do phone sex, not porn. I used to do phone sex, and so talking dirty and seeing how nasty I could get was something that was like a fun thing for me. So I never had someone speaking kindly to me during sex because sex was supposed to be nasty.
It is.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun with nasty sex until somebody that I was in love with was really kind to me during sex, and I was like, "Oh, this is a different."
Like, example. What do you mean?
I'm not gonna share too much.
Well, you don't have to say what they said to you, but give me an example of what you mean, because you see, I thought you was having sex with Kirk Franklin, so I want to be.
I was never having sex with Kirk Franklin. Jeffery needs to stop creating rumors for me.
Okay, Yolanda Adams.
That's okay. No. So what is the question, friend?
Like, what is an example? Not your personal experience, but what would be an example of praise kink?
A really common example of praise kink is someone claiming ownership while they're fucking you.
Like, this is mine?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, that's dirty talk.
No, that's dirty talk, but I'm saying that's the entry point. That's a common one, but then it becomes more affirming. Like how beautiful you are, how much you mean to them. Like there's a way to do it where it's sexy. Like I'm not gonna.
That's what I need.
I'm not doing that on here.
Come on, you were a phone sex operator.
Not for free.
Lead by example.
Yeah, phone sex operators don't work for free.
Put this part on Patreon.
No. We will have a Patreon, but no, praise kink is one of the things I realized. It wasn't even the words; it was the sincerity. When someone it doesn't have to be a lot of praise, but when somebody is in love with you,
I'm gonna have to Google this because it just sounds too.
He said, "I can't
soft.
fathom."
I don't even listen to
you
R&B
need to
when I have
Google the
sex.
idea of people being in love and fucking. You need to Google that, friend.
Sex is supposed to be nasty.
You can be nasty and in love.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because
He
maybe I
said,
have.
"Not me,
done-
girl."
Wow.
No, because I'm
He
saying maybe
said, "Not me,
no,
girl."
my thing because maybe I've done it and didn't realize it. But what I'm imagining is that we'll talk offline.
Have you ever had sex where you were clear that someone was deeply in love with you and you were their everything?
Several times.
Yeah.
I could answer that for
Yes. Anything that you say that is not typically dirty in that moment is feeding into a praise kink because they end up saying things that are very intimate and revealing to you while they're fucking you that they might not be saying every day on the day and day. No offense, and this is about straight men. Part of the reason why I finally had my first orgasm with a guy was he was not sharing how he felt about me day to day. But when we were fucking, suddenly everything that he thought, everything that he felt.
Like, you're so beautiful. I'm genuinely asking for like examples.
I think you should give him an example.
No,
we'll talk offline. But
I think I might not share more than that offline either because that was personal shit. But
I really want to know.
No. I understand what Jeff is talking about because like I feel like I went through transitions with people who I've been involved with, and I understand what you're saying, and so like I understand like how that translate, and so.
Do you have an example then?
Yeah,
hit it.
I feel like my boyfriend's gonna hate me.
Lou Tasha's about to give us an example of a praise kink. Hit it, Lulu.
No, but I think that for me personally, and every woman is different, obviously.
Go for it.
But I think that like it's good to hear like my boyfriend. He does like this. He tells me how much he loves me, like how attractive I am,
how good you taste.
Like I said I love you. Yeah.
When somebody tells you how good, somebody tells you how good you taste, or they tell you how good.
I said that to all these.
Because you were okay, Jeffrey. Did you want an example, or did you want to keep shitting on our parade? You gotta pick one, friend. Okay, hit it, Lulu.
And so I think that again, I like to feel safe, and I like to feel like this is an enjoyable experience for a man, and I think that specific type of thing, like how you're saying, like I like it too.
Yeah,
I like it too.
A lot of women don't have, and I'm gonna say this right now, and this always gets me in trouble. A lot of women who think they like really rough, degrading sex do not recognize that that's valid, and they're working through some shit. And a lot of women that I know who have gotten therapy or just worked through their shit however it made sense for them, because therapy is not the only way you work through your shit, right? Therapy's a privilege.
Sure.
But most of the women I know, once they hit their late 30s and they've worked through some shit and they're being nicer to their friends, they're not always angry at work, they just feel more settled in their bodies, suddenly all that rough and tumble, fuck me up, please fuck the void inside of me until I can't feel anymore, all that shit goes away because the thing that you were working through sex has been worked through. And now you're like, I want to feel like I'm gorgeous and you're one and only and the sun rises and sets on me. Like, so I do think that there is a direct correlation that I've noted that a lot of people, that the more comfortable they are with intimacy, the less they need the rough. It's not saying that the rough doesn't exist, but they don't need it with that same hunger. Because when I first started fucking, I was in a lot of pain and I wanted sex that was gonna make me feel something again. I was numb. And sex had to be rough because I had to feel something. I feel things all the time now. I don't need you beating my shit up for me to feel something.
Could it sometimes be a situation of it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it? Because you can tell somebody you're sexy or you taste good, but depending on the way you saying it,
no, they're all very masculine. No, it's always nasty because I'm a little nasty.
There's levels to this shit. There's levels.
There's levels, but here's the thing: no matter how somebody says it, when a man, specifically, I'm talking about men because we're talking about how I finally got an orgasm. When a proud man feels so consumed by love that he can't keep it to himself during a moment that intimate, I have never experienced anything like that, and it's kind of ruined me for fuckboys and casual sex. Because I used to always think that casual sex was the best because you could do all these weird things and not have to worry about how you look and you could just go for it, right? The first time somebody who was in love with me had really good sex with me, it ruined me for casual sex after that. Because now I'm at the point now, I don't need to be in a relationship to have sex, but I cannot have sex with somebody who doesn't like me because I can taste the difference.
Yeah.
It's like the first time you stop drinking Dasani and start drinking Fiji. Like, well, I can't go back. You see how you made that face?
Yeah.
Dasani is terrible.
And it's not a morality thing. It's not about, I'm a good girl now. It has nothing to do with morality. I'm too nasty for that. It literally just tastes better.
It just tastes better.
What do you think, Jeffrey? Because you look like you work through some stuff.
No, because I'm saying I've been in love and I've definitely had, and again, that's why I wanted a clearer example because in my mind, I'm like, well, I think I know what praise sex is because I've done that, but I want to
praise kink.
Praise kink. Praise kink is, but I just wanted to make sure like we were.
Now I'm hearing Kirk Franklin in my head. You've ruined it. I just heard for Kirk Franklin. If he ends up being the picture for the Praise Kink episode,
so there's that.
There's that.
Lulu, do you have any? Well, I will say this though, Jeffrey. You understand half of it because you're still working through feelings about some of the people that you've been in love with, right? You're not working through any feelings about anybody you've ever been in love with?
No.
Well, honestly, I feel like, and I hate to say this, and I hope it don't sound ridiculous.
Oh, no, I'm nervous when Lulu says stuff like that.
But, like, I feel like men, and this goes for gay men as well, they don't orgasm the same way.
They don't.
So, like, the mental that is associated with a female orgasm is different.
I agree.
For a man. So Jeff is not experiencing what you and I are.
He's not experiencing it. You're not. I can tell from the way you're talking about you're not experiencing it. We're talking about two different things.
And so, like, what you're talking about, Jeff has no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
And just like cramps, because remember how you finally know
I've experienced it.
Now that you finally know what my cramps feel like. But next time I tell you that I have cramps, you're probably going to have a lot more compassion, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, I've been, again, since the first time it happened years ago, I've always been like, listen.
I think if a man could taste the thing that I'm explaining, they would be surprised.
So remember how like Jeff was talking about like a couple episodes ago, and he was like, "Nope, men, they're not thinking like that. Nope, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
well, again,
but again, and I feel like this is the disconnect.
This is disconnect. Hit it.
This is the disconnect because we simply do not orgasm the same way. Yep. Like they want to say like, oh, women are so emotional. They just can't handle it. They can't handle having sex being penetrated by a man. It just messes up their head. We are not having orgasms.
Yeah, we're not.
We are not having orgasms.
I'm sorry for y'all.
And men are having orgasms.
Oh, so all the time.
So you guys are making completely different decisions based on a completely different feeling. A lot of women are not having at all.
I will say this. I think the reason why, I think you just helped me unpack that while you were talking. The reason why I will only have sex with somebody who likes me, not just somebody who wants to fuck me, but somebody who likes me. Because let's be clear, all three
those are two different things.
Those are two very different things.
Jeff can tell you that.
Yeah, we could all make a phone call right now and have somebody want to sleep with us by the end of the night.
Put my phone it.
Put the phone away. That's right. Finding somebody. I thought you were sick, right? Yeah, you did your hair. Now you want to be outside. Right. No, but like we could all find somebody who wants to sleep with us, but finding someone who wants to sleep with you and really just fucks with you heavy and likes you, that is different. And I think universally we all understand that. I think for me though, when someone likes you, the sex is different too.
Yes.
It's just different. Yeah. There's a way that you learn my body. There's a way that you care about me. So the guy that I was talking to, I tried to explain this to him. I was like, hey, I'm not one of those prudes who's like, we have to be in a relationship to fuck.
Yeah.
But we will not be fucking unless we like each other. When I tell you it was long division, he's like, what do you mean? But you said I don't have to be your man. I was like, yeah, but you have to like me. And we don't like each other like that yet. And he's like, I don't understand it, but like I like you. That's why I want to fuck you. I was like, you know what? And I'm realizing that so many men have a disconnect in their mind about thinking that because you want to fuck me, wanting to fuck me and valuing me are two different things.
And not even, like value, absolutely. But like, I feel like what you said originally, like, I like you.
Yeah.
I like you.
Do you like me? I want to fuck somebody who actually likes me. That's not, everybody thinks I'm weird. I've had so many guys that I've talked to recently act like I'm asking for marriage. I don't even have to be your girlfriend, bro. Like, what the fuck? We don't even have to be in the same state. You just need to like me.
I've had so many men obsessed with me, and it's not because I have sex.
Say that again, Lulu. Look in the camera.
Okay.
I've had hit it.
I've had so many men obsessed with me, and it's not because I have sex tricks.
Oh, sit up.
But you do.
I really don't. Like I feel like I probably like I do all right.
Okay, hit it, Lulu.
But no, like I really think most of the men that I date, they just enjoy me.
Exactly.
They literally enjoy my company. They like my personality. They think I'm funny. Like they literally like me.
Like you.
They like me.
Yeah. And you're the one who intimately said, don't date somebody who doesn't like you.
And so like that is the reason why like I am very successful with men. Like women be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like he sent me this. Like I want to tell another story. So one time I was dating this guy and it was a guy I dated like a year ago, so long time ago.
We have for time. This has to wrap up in 90 seconds, isn't it?
Long time ago. Yeah. So I was dating this guy, and we stopped dating, and so we were going to his friend's birthday party. So I was like, "Yo, can you come pick me up? We're not dating anymore." He was like, "Sure." So 2 minutes before he gets to my house, he was like, "Hey, I'm like 2 minutes out." He was like, I have the new girl I'm dating there. And I was like, okay, whatever, sure. I don't care because we haven't been dating for like 2 years. And so I get her as this white woman. Sorry for all white women. But I feel like he only put us in that situation because it was her. And then she like cornered me later. She was like, is there something going on? And I was like, no, there's nothing going on. We're super cool. And we're just friends like at this juncture in our life. But I think that he's still like, we were still friends. Like, because we had like this baseline of friendship. And I had that with like probably every single man that I've ever dated. Not every single one, but probably like a high percentage. And so with that being said, I don't have like sex tricks and I'm not like doing all this thing. I don't have a BBL, but a lot of niggas fuck with me. Like
No, I think you might have some sex tricks, but go ahead, Jeffrey.
I was going to say, meanwhile, I'm having what I call hate sex with somebody.
Wait a minute. I just want to point out that earlier in the episode, Jeffrey said that there was nobody, and now he's talking about how he's having hate sex.
Yeah, because it's not romantic.
You see how boy math is different. Boy math is walking in here. No. Let's talk about boy math. No. You didn't ask. It's also boy math.
You didn't ask.
No, semantics. Let's talk about this. So the key ways that you know you're dealing with the fuck boys. Number one is they play semantics. You have to ask a very specific question just to get the basic truth that they know that you meant. Right? That's the first thing. You have to be specific. Number two, if you say, y'all saw what I did, right? And I did it on purpose. I said, are you not talking to anybody? Is there anybody sniffing around? And is there anybody who'd be upset to hear the answers to question 1 and 2?
He wouldn't be upset because we are.
I need y'all to understand how boy math. Okay, hit it, Jeffrey. Go back to boy math.
It's just literally like
hate sex.
Yeah, like we argue a lot. Even like when I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, oh, so and so is gonna come over because my name so and so is gonna come over.
Is the boy you told me about on Thanksgiving?
Probably.
Oh yeah, I hate him too a little bit.
And he was like, why are you invited over there? Y'all just going in an argument, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, we not. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be chill.
Y'all keep arguing and fucking.
Because the issue, like the thing is, I know what you're coming over for. And so sure enough, comes over. The night starts very pleasant, but surely enough, we start arguing. Like we are literally arguing, and I don't even know
they were
how
arguing
we
about their
got
childhoods.
here.
They were arguing about their childhoods.
I don't even know how we got to the
like
argument.
they argue about everything. It's not even like current shit.
And then it just
what you mean you only had a 2-wheeler? I had a 3-wheeler.
But then it goes into just great sex, and it's like, all right, I'll see you next time. And the next time, like clockwork, hey, how you doing? We'll get into an argument, and then it just
This is a great way to wrap up this episode, Praise Kink, because I need y'all to understand the boy math that's taking place, the girl math that's taking place. Lulu is in denial about her sex tricks. Jeffrey's still in denial that 95% of the brain's activity scientifically happens in the subconscious that he thinks doesn't exist. 95%, friend. It wasn't even close.
Huh?
95% of your brain activity happens in the subconscious.
I'm sorry.
And he's also single, not dating, has nobody, but is frequently having hate sex with someone.
That's just
you know what? And I think me and Lulu had a draw because she said Jeffrey would talk about it in 7. I said 3. He did it in 4. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I will say, guys, that we are going to take a small break, and by a break I mean a week for those of you who are watching. They're like, wait a minute. Actually, no. Let's answer one last question. Kaden, just one last question because I don't want to end on hate sex.
Yes.
Let me see. What's the next?
So good.
Right.
I don't ever. Yeah, you're working through some demons, friend. You're working through some demons.
Well, that's the only person I'm having hate sex with. The other one is pretty normal.
I stand by what I said. Okay. What is your favorite comfort food? We're gonna end it on a cozy note before we pivot to episode 2.
It's a tie. Can I get both?
You are so fat on the inside. It is. As a plus size woman, I want to call you an honorary plus size woman.
He is an honorary.
Because you cook like an auntie with big arms. The way you like fried chicken is very precious. Like it's like you're every fat black girl stereotype lives within you, which is why the fact that you look like this is wild to me.
It's colitis.
It's offensive.
It's the colitis.
Natasha told me today. She's like, "Ooh, friend, you gonna be skinny."
It's the colitis. All right, hit
I changed 7 days.
What are your top 2 favorite comfort foods? Jesus.
Cinnabons and chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
That is fat as fuck.
It has to be cookie dough, not
Jesus
just chocolate
Christ.
chips. Chocolate chip cookie dough. It's key to
I
my
just
heart.
got diabetes listening to that. Wow. All right. How about you, Lulu? What's your favorite comfort food?
I'm not really good with. Well, you know what? I really like. My mother makes this great broccoli casserole that I love.
This is the same Lulu who hates fried chicken and her favorite comfort food is broccoli.
It's casserole. It got mayonnaise in it.
Oh my heavens! Yeah. All right, so you want to talk about yin and yang? We got Fat Girl Sally and Richard Simmons over here. Okay, so you want everything raw from the bakery, and she wants broccoli covered in stuff. Wow, no pressure on me. My favorite comfort food that I did not realize was my favorite comfort food until my old roommate, who had seen me through several bouts of depression, had this food waiting for me when I came to visit her. And I was like, oh my God, how did you know I would want this? She's like, because whenever you were sad, you would buy it. And so I was like, oh, so my favorite comfort food is fresh cut strawberries and Nutella. Because whenever I would be depressed, I would clean my room, get some fresh cut strawberries and Nutella and some like fresh flowers and pretend I was in a hotel room. When I don't have money for luxury, I just pretend I have money for luxury.
I love that.
So strawberries and Nutella and like a bubble bath is like my comfort.
Is my Cinnabons. Y'all see, whenever I get my Cinnabons, I post it. I only buy them by the pack, so I buy them in 6. And
This man buys Cinnabons by the pack. I buy one Cinnabon and cut it in 4s and eat it throughout the week.
I freeze them individually. That's the way to keep them.
Friend, the fact that you don't have diabetes
Last
yet.
time hate sex came and stole one, but it's fine.
Oh my God.
So me and Shiny Bay are no longer talking, but you're still sleeping with hate sex.
Yeah, because it's good.
These nicknames will be the death of me.
I love nicknames.
So your boyfriend is Master Splinter.
Yes.
The person who never got to be my man is Shiny Bay, and your current concubine is hate sex. Well, on that note, thank you for this first episode called Praise Kink. I'm saying it several times so I don't forget. You guys, please join us next week because we're going to be doing part 2 of this episode. And in this episode, we're going to be doing basically the rest of your Q&A. So if you submitted questions and you've been curious about if they would get answered, please join us back. Please subscribe and follow us at the Blue Centric page on YouTube, Humanized with Blue Telusma on all the platforms. Please follow Jeff and Lulu. Give them your deets one more time, guys.
I'm on everything at Jeffro5. That is Jefro 5.
And I'm Lou_Lou19 on Instagram. That's all I get.
And I'm still at Blue Centric. You know where to find us. This has been a fun part 1. Part 2, we're about to get into the thick of it. It's gonna be good. All right. Until next time, guys. We love you. Please be gentle with yourselves. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for being a good sport, Kaden.
Kaden is sick of our shit.
He is so sick of us.
Kaden said, I just can't.
It was like watching a panther slowly approaching someone. I was like, why is she walking up to him like that?
I wasn't.
I literally, no, you don't know what you look like.
Kaden, did you feel attacked?
No, Kaden is gracious. I'm telling you about the optics. Neither of you could see it. I'm the only one who was watching it.
From your vantage.
Oh, from my vantage point, it was like something from the National Geographic.
I can't speak on third person.
Yeah, it was third person, honey. It was stunning. You're like, so how tall are you? And you just kept walking